I'm this and that for life. This and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga. This a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara. Here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I didn't. If rankings given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind field. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. Try to deal death to a priest, you won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand, just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In puff smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, that's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, say she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah. You know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life. This and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga. This a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara. Here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I didn't. If rankings given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind field. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. Try to deal death to a priest, you won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand, just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In puff smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, that's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, say she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening, is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jake the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him, this shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
All right, Shalom Israel. This is Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Hey, first I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Hey, Shalom, Yahba Shema Shabrak, a thumb to the brothers and the Akim out there listening. And I give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Thun by Shimi Howard Shah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is the Wednesday law class in Killeen, Texas, man. Go ahead and clap it up, man. You understand? This is the ISUPK Killeen Wednesday law class where we go into the scriptures and we break down the truth according to the Bible. You understand? So you can wash the stain of Christianity and Catholicism and whatever other filth you got in your mind about what we've been taught or what we've learned here under this oppression and captivity, man. And tonight's class, we're just gonna go into, you understand, like we're in trouble because we don't really understand the importance of keeping God's law, man. We don't understand how important it is to have rank structure and order and just to be under the protection, you understand, of the Most High Power by following his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Because through Christianity, you understand, like we've been taught to do all manner of evil and wickedness, you know, everything we could do under the sun. And it's crazy because everybody outside of here say they believe in God. They have some sort of, you know, religious background and they do everything that goes against the Bible. Their eating habit goes against the Bible. Right. Their sexual preference goes against the Bible. Who they decide to, you know, befriend and marry goes against the Bible. Everything that they believe, it goes against everything that's inside of the scriptures, man. But yet they condemn us because they tell us we're wrong, but we have the culture and they don't. You know what I'm saying? So this is why the importance of understanding, this is why we say, hey, we're in trouble, man. Because if we're supposed to be led by a group of people that profess that they know God and profess that they love God, but have no idea what his rules and regulations are, we're gonna forever be doomed. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna forever be under the foot of our enemies and our oppressors because we follow a people that's not even a people, man. We would rather follow people to teach us, instead of following righteous laws, we would rather follow, you know what I'm saying, Jerome that teaches us the breakdown and give us the recipe, two tablespoons of baking soda. You know what I'm saying? We would rather learn from Keisha, to teach us how to boost clothes. At least you got to pop the tag with a spoon. We would rather learn from these people, you understand? The people that's teaching you that goes against God's laws instead of from learning from the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. And this is the purpose of these classes, for you to get in class, for you to fight these demons, for you to fight off, you understand, every wicked thing that you was taught before now, man. If I could, sir, when you get a chance, let me get Ephesians 5 and 6, man. So the Bible is given to us for inspiration, is given to us for knowledge, is given to us for instruction, for reproof. You understand? To teach us the ways of the Most High Power, man. And the Bible also tells us that, prophets are going to warn the people and tell the people and cry loud and spare not, to tell the people and show the people their transgressions, man. This Bible has always given warning signs, and the warning signs comes through the prophets, man. But the problem is, because we've learned lies, we have, it's so crazy. Like, we would rather, and, we would say, well, the whole culture now is, hey, listen, oh, that's a red flag. Oh, he said this, that's a red flag. Well, before you get a red light, you always have a yellow light. You know what I'm saying? You always have a caution before the stop sign. The prophets are coming out here and cautioning you before that stop sign hits, when the Lord strikes, and that's the bloodshed, man. Right. Like, this is what you got to understand, man. We're coming out here trying to caution you, and the Bible tells you to beware of certain things, man. Read that when you got it, sir. Come on, sir.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 6. Mm-hmm. Let no man deceive you with vain words.
Do what?
With vain words.
Uh-huh.
Upon the children of disobedience.
Upon the children of who?
Disobedience.
Listen, it says, let no man deceive you with vain words. We've heard vain words in Christianity, in Islam, in Catholicism, and Bantu Pan-Africanism. You know what I'm saying? We've heard vain words our whole entire life, man. But yet again, we always get deceived. Because the Bible says, if any man speak not according to this word, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, man, like, you got to try the spirit, man. If it's not according to this Bible, it's not according to the words of the Most High, then everything else is deception, man. That's why we teach you Monday through Sunday through Saturdays with classes from the generals, from the captains, from the officers. You understand? Because everything that we teach is of this book, man. We just make it relatable and practical to now. The thing about these vain words that deceive you is they only deceive you because they're sweet to your ears. They make you feel good in the comfortable, the conformality of your sin. They make you feel good to, well, you know what? Well, you can live how you want to live because, you're going, what they say? You're going to get a reward when you die anyway. Or you can live how you want to live because they teach you, the Christian church teaches you that Christ died for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Not what you did. Like that's a slap in the face for you to keep on sinning, knowing that Christ died for while you was in your ignorance, man. But what does the Christian church do? They teach you otherwise, man, because they deceive you with these vain words, man. I'll read that from the top.
Let no man deceive you with vain words.
Uh-huh.
For because of these things come the wrath of God.
Uh-huh.
Upon the children of disobedience.
Listen, The wrath of God has come upon us because we're disobedient children, man. We're disobedient because we would rather listen to words that's not our fathers, man. We would rather listen to other nations tell us how to live opposed to listening to our father that's telling us, hey, this is what you should eat. This is who you should marry. Don't trust these people over here. You know what I'm saying? Love your brother. Don't love these other people, man. But we would rather listen to the opposite. And because of that, the wrath of God and the Most High has come upon us because we're just disobedient children, man. Now, if you really look at the relationship, how the Lord describes us, man, like nobody likes a bad child, a disobedient child. We see them all the time in HEB, right? They children that's running around and they pushing the buggies on the back of your ankles. You understand? Like brothers used to get beat down for that, man. You pushing the buggy and you push what they call it in Texas? I call it a buggy, the shopping cart. They call it, you get the shopping basket, man, and you push that thing on the back of, you know what I'm saying, Mom Deuce's legs, hit them ankles, man. Hey, she smacked you in your mouth in the store, man. Because we see all the time, you'll go in Walmart and you'll see some devil kid that's running, screaming. He's like, man, if I would take this kid and I just beat the brakes off him because what he's doing in public, because he's a disobedient child. That's how the Lord looks at us, man. We're just disobedient children acting out, man. And because we're so disobedient, the wrath of God has to come upon us, man. And how does that wrath come upon us? High blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? Diabetes, schizophrenic. Go ahead, sir. You understand? Black on black crime, Hispanic on Hispanic crime, you know what I'm saying? All of these things, you know what I'm saying? The wrath of God comes upon us, man, because we decide to disobey his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And it's so crazy, you know, that's why it's like, give me that scripture where it says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. It's so arrogant of a Christian or for anybody to say they know better than God. They teach you all the time, hey, listen, the laws are done away with. The law, hey, listen, we show them all the time. Matthew 5:17. Christ said, don't think I've come away to do away with the laws, nor the prophets. And they say, well, yeah, he said that, but it don't mean that. Like, how arrogant are Christians, you understand, to believe that they know better than the Most High Power, man? But these are these vain words that we would rather listen to because with the Most High's words and his instructions, it corrects disobedient children. You know what I'm saying? Read that when you got it, sir.
This is the book of Ezekiel, 55 to 58.
Uh-huh. For my what? Uh-huh. Listen, say it who? Listen, man. Christian pastors think because they go to a seminary school and they go to, whatever school, Bob, you go to a vacation Bible school, for 6 weeks, and they think their thoughts are better than the Lord's thoughts because they teach not according to this word, man. They don't teach you the Bible to tell you to keep laws, statutes, and commandments. And by them doing that, they're teaching you to be disobedient children, man, to the Most High Power. Now, what happens to disobedient children? How do we treat them? Do we reward disobedient children? I remember growing up, what they call it back. I don't know if they still got it back in the day. I'm gonna show my age on this one, but ISS was a thing, right? In school suspension, I guess. Yeah, it's like it for the country accent, man. You know what I'm saying? ISS was a thing, man. You act up too many times in class. Hey, listen, you in that cubicle all day, you know what I'm saying? For 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? And you in there, I'm drawing on there, I'm writing raps, you know what I'm saying? And guess what, man? Soon as I get back out, I go do the same thing again because I didn't learn from the law of what was being taught, man. It's the same thing what goes on outside of here, man. Nobody teaches you the truth according to the Bible except in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man. And that's it, man. We gotta go ahead, sir. Yeah. Let's see, Salakia. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Salaki is real. You understand? But the thing about it is, man, like we gotta understand, like we gotta stop being disobedient children. And I'm not, I'm talking to blacks, natives, and Hispanics, man. We gotta stop being disobedient children to our Father, man. Give me Isaiah 42 and 23. Because in order to be obedient to if he punished us for being disobedient, then how do we become obedient children? How do we become obedient? Isaiah 42 and 23. I'm gonna show you how to become obedient children, man. Go to verse 22. Start at 22.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22.
Uh-huh.
For this is a people robbed and spoiled.
But this is a what?
A people robbed and spoiled.
Listen, blacks, natives, and Hispanics, man, are people we've been robbed for everything. Our culture, our language, our heritage, you know what I'm saying? Our blessings from our Father because we were disobedient, man. It said we were robbed and spoiled. You understand? Keep going.
They are all of them snares and holes.
They're doing what?
They are all of them snares and holes.
Keep going.
And they are hid in prison houses.
Listen, this is blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. A robbed and spoiled people in the holes, in the trap, and then going to the prison house, man. This is blacks, natives, and Hispanics. We're being punished. The wrath of God has come upon us because we're disobedient children, man. I'm gonna show you this article right quick. I read this earlier. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you something, man. I'm gonna show you what it looks like to be a people that's robbed and spoiled and hid in the prison houses, man. And you would think that, hey, this is the worst that can happen. What's it called? TDJC, I think. Texas Department, TDC, something like that. Texas Department of Justice, something like that. MA. Watch this. I'm gonna show you what it's like when we're disobedient children. Like, because for blacks, natives, and Hispanics, you understand, like we commit all the crimes, you understand, because of the lies and the philosophy and the vain deceit that we've been taught, and we're facing the wrath of God. Now, for most brothers, man, when they go get locked up, man, you would think that like that's their punishment. That's it, right? Look at this article, man. This article right here says Texas says Salaki. It's not the one. This is, of course, they're trying to put this out. Let me show you something. Wish I should have. Give me 1 second. Let me show you something right quick. This article right here says inmates are dying in stifling Texas prisons, but the Star seldom acknowledges heat as the cause of death. Now I can't find the exact article that I was on, but this article was saying the article, and you can go look it up yourself. This article was saying hundreds of Texas inmates have been dying in the jail cells because of lack of air conditioning because it's too hot. You literally dying a second death, man. You know what I'm saying? Imagine going to jail for disobeying the Lord, you know what I'm saying, in this captivity, and you go into jail and you getting life, or you getting 5 years or 10 years, and you go in there and you die because they got you working on some factory mill in the heat, man. This is you understand what we face, man, from the wrath of God, man. You would think like as much punishment and turmoil as blacks and Hispanics and natives have been under, we would try to keep some type of law and obedience, you know what I'm saying? But because of the philosophies of the Christian church, this is what we're faced with, man. Read that when you got it. Isaiah 42 and 22. Start at 20. No, 23.
Verse 23. Who among you will give ear to this?
Uh-huh.
Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Uh-huh.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
Uh-huh.
And Israel to robbers?
Uh-huh.
Did not the Lord?
Uh-huh.
He against whom we have sinned. For they would not walk in his ways.
They would not what?
Walk in his ways.
Uh-huh.
Neither were they obedient unto his law.
Listen, the reason why we're in the condition we're in today is because we're not obedient to the laws of the Most High, man. Like, how hard is it to not eat shrimp, to not eat pork, to not sleep with some filthy white woman, to not sleep with some rat-eating Chinese woman? You know what I'm saying? How hard is it for you to put the blunt down, bro?
Right.
You wanna put the Bible down because it's a white man's book, but you don't want to put the weed down. But that's a white man's drug. Hey, you understand? You want to do everything to get away from your oppressor, but you want to do everything to stay under him at the same time. Like, you got to make that make sense, man. We're going through all these things because we were not obedient to the Most High laws, man. Right. Just like disobedient children, man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to figure out how to reverse this thing. But we got the answers in here. But because you would rather listen to, Dr. Sebi, he's going to tell you to eat, bell peppers for the rest of your days. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a life forevermore. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is telling you to, stop eating pork. You know what I'm saying? Stop eating crab, shrimp, and lobster. Listen to his laws, and you're going to have everlasting life. That's the problem, man. We're listening to the wrong people, man, instead of listening to what the Lord tells us to do, man. Because we're just disobedient children, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Romans 1 and 18. We're living products of slavery, of disobedience. Like, if you think about that, we're the byproduct of disobedient forefathers. For blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, that we show you the history and the prophecy and the archaeology, the archaeology in the Bible, and we show you how we get into this condition. And for you to do what? You don't even try, like, it's a thing called reverse engineering. You know what I'm saying? The reverse engineering, listen, how do we get into the predicament we're in? By breaking God's laws? You would think a light bulb would kick in, like, well, if I got into it this way, let me get out of it this way. But we try to find a new path, man. When the scriptures say we're supposed to seek the old, go to the old, man. And search out the paths of old and see what made it well with them. I'm paraphrasing. Salaki, man. That's what it is, man. Romans 15:4 says everything was written afore was written for our learning.
Right.
So that we, through the faith and the patience of the scriptures, might have hope. And having hope in this wicked kingdom, man, and this wicked society that we're living in, that what we're doing, we're trying to be obedient children to the Lord, man, and follow what He tells us to do. You understand? Give me that Romans 1:18 we got.
They can hear me.
Hold on. Let me hold on, let me grab it. Real quick, Salakia.
If I read too loud, would it do that? Like, different?
I don't know. I'm let me see. Give me 1 second here, girl. I'm about to try to see if I can hear you.
Romans chapter 1, verse 18. For the wrath of God is revealed. Wrath of God is revealed.
Salakia, start over from the top, Abu Kashar.
This is book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 18. For the wrath of God is revealed.
For the wrath of God is what?
Is revealed. From heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
Listen, man, the wrath of God is revealed, man, on the earth, man. You understand? It's revealed, man, and we're living out the wrath. We're the showing proof. You understand? If you want to see the wrath of God, look at what happened to Egypt. Who in the hell can find the remains of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? If you want to see the wrath of God, look at His people. What the scripture say in Lamentations? Hey, they laugh and hiss. Is this the Lord's people? You're looking at a people that is robbed and spoiled because why? We decided just to be disobedient children to the Lord, man. We would rather listen to people that's not our parents than our parents. Why? Man, my daddy can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? My mama don't know what the hell she's talking about when the whole time they know better than you. That's our problem as blacks, natives, and Hispanics. We don't really understand. So, like you, sir. Yeah, go ahead.
Like you said, it's so heavy because we think we know everything. We think we to this certain college.
Right.
You've been through this in your life.
Right.
Like the reason why you go through certain things because why? Because you don't know anything.
Good night.
You know.
Right.
So,
No. It's heavy because we always tell somebody, right? So you can learn from experience. You understand? But if you don't have to go through that experience, learn from somebody else's. But as blacks, natives, and Hispanics, sometimes we would rather put our hand on that stove and that fire to try to figure it out, opposed to just listening to the Lord tell us, hey, no, don't do this. Don't mingle with these other nations. Don't sleep with this one. Why? You go out there and you sleep with that white woman, what's going to happen? She's going to take your kids. She's going to, her uncle is going to be trying to kill you at the, some get out house or whatever it is. Like, you got to think, man, the Lord is wise. He knows better than you, man. Your ways are not His ways. His thoughts are not your thoughts, man. The wrath of God is being revealed for the curses that He's put us through, man, because we just don't want to listen, man. All right. And we don't want to keep the laws of God because we think that it's a burden to us to not eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. But really, man, it's just that we just got so comfortable with death, man, that we would rather not live. It's too hard to live, and we would just rather die, man. Like think about this. You got somebody that's on a deathbed, right? And they struggling. What do most people say? Yeah. You got somebody struggling on the deathbed with the oxygen thing, and they struggling for life. And what does the family come in there and say? Huh?
Let's stop suffering.
Hey, let them stop suffering. You know what I'm saying? Pull the plug on them, right? Let them go ahead and die because it's too hard they shouldn't have to try to fight to live. When that's what you got to show the Lord, you understand? You got to fight to live a life because we've disobeyed Him so much. The Lord is saying, now you got to prove yourself to me, man. You understand? That's what we're fighting for, man. You got to prove yourself to the Lord, man, to show that you're not a disobedient child, that you can follow orders, that you don't need somebody's foot on your neck. You understand? For you to actually learn the right and wrong thing to do. You're gonna do it. Why? Because my Father said so. That's why I'm doing it. Give me 1 Peter 1:14. What is this for? Yeah, go ahead. Oh,
Yeah, you said 1 Peter 1:14?
concept.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
As obedient children.
As what?
As obedient children.
Uh-huh.
Not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance.
Listen, man. As obedient children, we can't fasten ourselves, you know what I'm saying, to the former lust of our ignorance. That means when we come into the knowledge of the truth, now as obedient children, knowing the law, statutes, and commandments, you got to fight off that former lust with the knowledge of this truth, man. That's being an obedient child. An obedient child is doing this. You go off away to college, and your parents tell you don't smoke weed when you get out there. When you're not in my presence. When you go to college, hey, is your parents around? No. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to every party, every block party, every, whatever it is they got going on, you going to, and your parents are not there, but they're there. You know what I'm saying? Their words are there. So coming into the knowledge as far as being an obedient child, guess what you got to do? I got to uphold my parents' laws. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be an outstanding child for my parents, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they know better than I do. I remember one time on a slave, man, they didn't drug test back in the world, so like they didn't drug test the slave I was on, right? So, brother say, hey, well, I think a brother had done got hurt, cut. They said, hey man, now we're gonna run you to the clinic to get you patched up. He said, nah, man, I ain't going. Now I'm young, I'm probably about 18, 17, 18, or 18, I think. And he's like, nah, I ain't gonna go there. Like, nah, you gotta go since you got hurt. And I'm like, man, why you don't want to go? Because when you get there, they don't drug test you at the job to get on, but if you get hurt, they drug test you. You understand, right? Right. They want to see what you was on. So even though, hey, it wasn't, they didn't drug test to get on, it was still some action because behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta understand, and because why? Our thoughts are not the Lord's thoughts, man. He knows better than us, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to verse 15 for Mother Shah.
Verse 15. But as he which hath called you is holy.
Is what?
Is holy.
Uh-huh.
So be ye holy in all manner of conversation.
Listen, the one that called us blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, it said that he called us to be holy because he's holy. What does being holy mean? Being set apart. Quadash in the Hebrew. I think I'm saying that right. Quadash. Quadash in the Hebrew, man. You know what I'm saying? Set apart. Why? Because we're not following after these other nations. Every nation got their own rules that they go by. Africans have all kind of zumbutus and whatever, African ritual they have over there in their land, and they keep them in their land. And when they come to America, they follow after America's customs. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we have a culture. We have our own customs, which makes us set apart. You understand? That's what differs us from the world. Their culture comes from them. They're children of men. You know what I'm saying? We're sons of God. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we gotta understand, man. That's why we're called to be separate, and it's gonna show you how we become separate, a separate people. Go to verse 16.
Verse 16. Because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy.
For what?
For I am holy.
And again, man, we gotta be separated because the Lord is separated, man. What does it say? Deuteronomy 16 and 4. Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Shema Yasha'ala Yahweh Allah Hayanawa Yahweh Echad, man.
Right.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. He's not with these other nations. You understand? He don't got nobody. You understand? Like, he don't got to make a treaty with North America. You understand? Right. He's set apart, man. This is what we got to understand, man. The power that we serve is a set apart power, man, and he calls us to be the same, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me Romans 7 and 12. We're called to be a set apart people, man. And for blacks, natives, and Hispanics, we should understand that, because everything that we have up until this point, our language, our culture, our last names, you know what I'm saying? It's somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? You want to figure out if a Hispanic is your brother? Ask him where he got his last name from. A slave master. That's how you figure out who's your brother. You know what I'm saying? That's how you figure it out. Like, we're called to be separate, man. Everything that we got is from somebody else, when the Lord says he will give us this culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
It's like you say it's so heavy because we like to latch on to the culture the person gave us. You know, what I'm saying, better yet, you know,
right.
I mean, not trying to follow the culture that the Most High God gave us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's so heavy because, you know, you ask Hispanic, what's your last name come from?
Right.
You know the people that came and colonized them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your name wasn't Hernandez before they came there, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, like our name wasn't Jackson.
Jackson, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me say it so heavy, Bruce.
No. Get that piece of hand, man. Because what he's saying is so true, man. Like, we want to find, I wasn't that good at math in school, man. But I know it says some common denominator, right? I think I kind of lost it after that part. It's like, you understand, right? I said, well, to hell with this, you understand? But the common denominator with blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians is our oppression, man.
Right.
You understand? You might say, well, what do blacks say? Well, we don't accept Hispanics because they got a land, we don't. Listen, they can't even sell tomatoes or buy tomatoes from their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the hell they're going through. But because it's almost like this. The oppressor has had his foot on our neck so long that we don't even care about our brother that they got his foot on his neck. We not trying to help him while we suffering. We trying to get his foot off our neck so we can run. You know what I'm saying? Right. Instead of trying to help your brothers, man, that's suffering the same oppression and the same slavery and the hell that you go through, man. That's how you identify who your brothers is. You understand? It ain't, now don't get it twisted. Don't be simple, man. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, man. We not Africans. We not Spaniards. You know what I'm saying? Damn sure. Now watch this. Even just that. What do they call black people? Africans, right? What is the other the not Hispanic, our brothers? What are they called? Yeah. They're not Hispanic, but okay, so like we're looking at the equals of our people, right? And it's, so I'm saying our people for a reason. They say, well, all y'all black, y'all come from Africa. And we like, nigga, we not African. Hispanics, who's their counterpart? The Spaniards, you understand, right? Native American Indians, who's their counterpart? Them $5 Indians that's over there. Every blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you even got an imposter trying to be you, and it's not even your true heritage, man. Go ahead, sir.
Good, man. Them Arabs and these Indians, you know what I mean? Not so much these Indians, but the Arabs are trying to act like they, Puerto Ricans.
Right,
you know
right. Like Salakia. Now imagine this. You got Africans trying to be Benjamites. Yep. You understand, right? They couldn't come close to you know what I'm saying, the Southern Kingdom swag, to Judah swag, you know what I'm saying? They tried, you know what I'm saying? Brother tried to put a dashiki on with some, jump mans, you know what I'm saying? And we like, nah, you ham, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go. But they said, well, we can do this. Oh, we'll call it African pop. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they call it. And they said, they're trying to take your culture that's not even your culture. Like, look how spiritual that is, man. And the Lord called us to be a separate people, man. Like, hey, we got to understand, man, how special and set apart of a people we are, man. You got Salaki. No. Hey. You got Asians in Korea and China. They dressing like cholos, like Mexicans. You understand? Right. With the flannels and the khakis and the dope boy Nikes, the Cortezes. You know what I'm saying? And they pop lock Jabberwockies. What am I talking about? You understand? Right? Listen, they're trying to jack your culture, and your culture is not even your culture, man. Imagine how much more you would have if you came back and became an obedient child to the Lord, man. That's what we got to understand. This is how the Lord made us so special, man. A holy and set apart people, man. Like, we're special, man. You know what I'm saying? You got something, sir? Go ahead. Yeah, please.
You saying so heavy. You know what I mean? Like, you saying that it's so crazy because they won't let us have anything. The culture that we do have, right? They want to be part of it.
Right.
You took our culture. You took us from, knowing our tribe.
Right.
Knowing that we were from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Tribe of Issachar. You took that from us. Now you're trying to take, our Hispanic brothers' dress code now.
Good
the way how they move. Now you're trying to fit in with the black people. And you Slim Shady.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, we can't have that's why it's so important to know who you are. To be holy. Because you want to accept people trying to be part of your culture.
Real talk.
Your so-called culture, what you got now.
Real talk.
And the culture, our real culture, our real culture is not with that.
Right.
Our real culture is only for us,
right,
by us, and
right.
just us.
Right.
Nobody else.
Listen, get that piece of hair, man. Because our true culture and our real culture is the original FUBU, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? I might be showing my age with that one. You know what I'm saying? What the hell that is? For us, and we ain't talking about the upgrade. We ain't talking about that platinum FUBU. I'm talking about the original. You know what I'm saying? You got the LP on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't rocking. Our culture ain't no Sean John, no sellout culture, no Sean Carter. You know what I'm saying? It's for us, by us, and us only, man. It's our culture, man. And what the priest just said was so heavy, man. Like, and they still try to still take the little bit that we got. You know what I'm saying? We could take the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments and his culture and put on that and you know what's so heavy? The heavy part about it is just them doing that. Wouldn't that make you want to be set apart? You understand? Like we try to be, black, especially the Southern Kingdom, man. We try to be trendsetters so heavy. You know what I'm saying? We gonna set the trend. We setting the wave for this, right? And everybody comes and they're gonna ride the wave. But they benefit off of it. The crazy part about it is when I learned who the best hip hop artist was, hip hop rapper. You know who it is, right?
Yeah.
Give him a man. Listen, the best hip hop rapper today, 2023, is Eminem, man. For what song? I remember him from a movie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. From an 8 Mile where he was trailer trash. You know what I'm saying? Can't quote no Eminem song, man. Right. Cracker was garbage. So like, go ahead. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like garbage, man. But everything that we do, they try to take it because why? They're nothing but murderers and fugitives, you understand, and vagabonds from the beginning, man. Right. Always trying to take our culture, man. This is why, if you look at it, man, like when they try to take out when the serpent came to Eve, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, told Eve, hey, listen, take on this culture. Why? Because by us taking on that culture, if we would have never listened, if that woman would have never listened to that, our culture would have influenced the world, same way it's doing now. We wouldn't have had no chance to try to bite off of them, but realistically, they're still trying to steal our culture. You know what I'm saying? They had to hit us with the 42 fake. And listen, hey, you can take this culture, and you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna try to take your culture and remix it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like they try to take our culture and remix it. So we happy with this slavery and this culture that we got, and they still try to come and take it again, man. We call to be a set apart people, man. A holy people, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 26 and 18. To show you, man. Your Christian church is not teaching you to be set apart, to be holy, to be separate. Your Christian church is teaching you to take on their culture. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian church is telling you to go vote. It's telling you, you know what I'm saying, to go be a Democrat, to go join, the oppressor's military, to go join his police force. The Christian church is teaching you how to assimilate in their culture because the Christian church has been deceiving us with vain words, man.
Right.
Because they know one thing, man. Who profits off of disobedient children? The police. You know what I'm saying? Niggas go to jail every day, B. You know what I'm saying? And who's profiting off of that? The police, the laws, man. Like people don't understand. Like people profit off of your disobedience. So like, you read that when you got it, sir.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 26, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord hath avouched thee. It's like, and the Lord hath avouched thee this day to be his peculiar people.
To be his what?
Peculiar people.
Uh-huh.
As he hath promised thee.
Uh-huh.
And that thou shouldest keep all his commandments.
And that we should what?
Keep all his commandments.
Listen, and that's what the Lord told us to do, man. He vouched for us that said we should keep all his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Right. But what would we rather do? We would rather obey the laws of this land, obey the laws of the white man. You know what I'm saying? We would rather obey his laws because why? His laws, we're not disobedient children to him. That's almost like, you ever seen it where your kid will go over somebody's house or your sister and they say your parent come pick you up and you like, and you over there at their house and you, oh yes sir, yes sir. Oh, I'm gonna wash the dishes for you, right? You go over there, right? And your parents be living like, you don't even do this while you at home. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what blacks and Hispanics are doing to the Most High Power, man. Right. That's what we're doing to the Lord, man. We're giving Esau, you know what I'm saying, and this kingdom the utmost respect by keeping his laws and serving him. And the Most High is saying, listen, the laws that I gave you is for you to be separate, man. You need to get the hell away from that, man. This is what we got to understand, how special, you know what I'm saying, like the Lord chose us to be, man. A special people, man. You understand? There's more on that. Go to verse 19. It's like
verse 19. And to make thee high above all nations.
And by keeping all his commandments will do what?
To make thee high above all nations. Which he hath made. In praise. And in name.
Listen, it says that we're gonna be above all nations in praise and in name. Like, we can't even understand what that really means, man. We're gonna be above every nation and getting exalted, like, yes, I'm Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Exalted in praise and in name. Like, we don't even know what that is right now, man. All right. Because we're so stuck on trying to be a obedient child to you know what I'm saying, to our abusers, you understand? Right. To our captors, when our Father is saying, listen to these laws, you know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta understand, man. Keep going, sir. Select. No, you too up,
in honor. And that thou mayest be a holy people.
Be a what?
A holy people. Unto the Lord thy God. As he has spoken.
As he has what?
Spoken.
Listen, man. We got to understand something, man. The Lord chose blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to be a holy and separate people, man. Like, we don't even understand how powerful that really is. Like, we can't even fathom really to believe that, and this is the heavy part. Christ came to die, you know what I'm saying, for us to be brought back to the Lord. But realistically, when you get a chance, give me that no greater love, Salaki, no, the greatest commandment, Salaki. The Lord, you know what I'm saying, and Christ summed it up in this, man. It's 2 commandments that we should keep, you know what I'm saying? And by doing so, we'll fulfill all these commandments. And being a holy and set apart people, we really don't understand the love that the Most High has for us, because not only did he cast us away for a short period of time, he also sent Christ down here, you know what I'm saying, to be that blood sacrifice and that atonement for us. And the whole time, the Lord is, that's why I said the mercy of the Lord, man, is just like, as big as his mercy is, you can see how big his wrath is too. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord wanted us to be in rulership, to rule the whole earth. Look how much he did, man. When our forefathers came out of Egypt, they didn't have to work for what he promised them. They just had to listen. Right? But because, you know what I'm saying, we were just so disobedient, and we decided we want to go back to the Egyptians. We want to go back to the flesh pots. We want to go back and live like the heathens. The Most High had to show us something, man. Like, I'm you know what I'm saying? The Most High looking at us like, listen, I'm really that nigga, and y'all looking at me like I'm the middleman or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even. Like, what's the dude name on Snowfall? Not Franklin, but the other, the homeboy. Teddy, no, not Teddy, but whatever the dude's name was. We're looking at the Lord like he the middleman, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When we serve the plug, you know what I'm saying? The Most High is the plug, you know what I'm saying? He's the boss, man. And we're looking at him like, nah, yeah, I hear what you said. We got to be in the wilderness for how long? Listen, man, I ain't really rocking with this quail like that. I'll go back over here and get some onion and some garlic. You know, I got some nutmeg. I put some nutmeg on there. And he's like, well, y'all really don't know who I am, bro. And he still had enough mercy on us because he wanted us to be a holy and separate people, man. A set apart people to rule the earth. That's what the bottom line is. You keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God to bring destruction upon this place so we can rule the earth. I don't understand. Now think about what we're saying, what the Bible says. You keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, and you know, we praying for Christ to come back, you know what I'm saying, with the chariots and destroy this place so he can be king on the earth. So we can have rulership on the earth. And you're listening to your Christian pastor that tells you, don't keep the laws of God because we want Donald Trump back in office for the next 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so going on. Yes, like that's what they're telling you, man. What did they say? What did they say when they asked Christ? Oh, we have no king but Caesar. We don't know no king but Caesar. That's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like by you not keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, you're saying, who is our king? Yeah, we would rather have Caesar. Go ahead, sir.
But you saying so heavy because that's what the Lord calls a backsliding nation. That's all we do. That's how we've been doing.
Right.
It's backsliding.
Right.
That's why the Lord, that's why the Lord's trying to test. He said, are they ready for this kingdom? Right. All the receipts say, y'all just backslide. You go to every religion.
Right.
Y'all want to celebrate your birthdays. Y'all want to celebrate, y'all want to celebrate women and whores. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to live like these other people.
Right.
Okay, no sweat. You don't want this kingdom? You don't want to rule? No sweat. Go ahead and live like them. And while you try to live like them, continue dying because you're trying to be like them. No people don't even love you like I love you.
Real talk.
Okay, go ahead and go.
Listen, no, it's so heavy what you said because I just thought about this, right? We go to Romans 15:4. It says what? It says, so like I'm paraphrasing, but let me get it right quick. So like Romans 15, so for whatsoever things was written aforetime was written for our learning, right? Now, that we, through the patience and the faith of the scriptures, might have hope. We're going back to the past and look at how our ancestors messed up so we don't make those same mistakes. Ecclesiastes say, it's nothing new under the sun. The thing that hath been is, you know what I'm saying? Paraphrase. What is the Lord saying? What is the Lord saying? These niggas, you know what I'm saying? Good. like what the priest just said, like, we're a whore to the Lord, man. We're going back and forth. Good night. Let Biden, you know what I'm saying? Let Biden drop another stimmy, and he gonna be money bag Joe. We're gonna see our sisters again, twerking on the police cars. You know what I'm saying? Because why, man? We played a harlot, man. We would rather play the harlot and look up to the heels of our governments, of our oppressors' governments, than to serve the Lord and keep his laws, statutes, commandments, and get that right. Listen, man, we gotta know who our true power is, man. You know what I'm saying? You got something, sir? Go ahead, sir.
You said it's so crazy because you said that once they Joe Biden be money bag, what you call him, money bag? What?
Money bag Joe.
Money bag Joe. He throw a little something on people. And that's what it is. People is so they'll take anything. They'll take The crumbs will be suffice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we the one who built this whole country. We built this whole world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody rely on the backs of Black, Hispanic, and Americans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we just so happy to take the crumbs off the tables of the oppressor. Every oppressor. I'm talking from the Africans to the white man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what's so important that we come back, the reason why we need to come back to our culture to show these people that we do not need them.
Real talk.
To show these people that they are beneath us. Like, you know, like we knew back in the past. And that's the whole thing was so important for the ISUPK to wake up the lost sheep of Israel.
Right.
To bring them back to their culture.
Right.
To let them know that they are God chosen people. Right. And they don't have to take the crumbs off the dogs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. Have that same spirit, how Christ had that spirit.
Nah, get that percent in. Because what you just said was so true, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that white woman, give me Ezekiel 3:7. That white woman that came to beg Christ and said, he said, hey, listen, should you know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing, right. But when he called her a dog, man, and she said, surely, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. Shall not a dog eat from the crumbs from the master's table? She was blessed because she knew she was a dog eating from the master's table. We're princes of power, you know what I'm saying, with the Most High God, and we're begging for crumbs from servants. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that. We're begging for crumbs from niggas that's from heathens that's supposed to be serving us, man. But we just don't listen, man. Because we would rather be just disobedient children. And I'm grown now. I'm 18. I don't gotta listen to none of my people say no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta do none of that, man. You gotta learn, man. Like the laws, you know what I'm saying, was made for us to be obedient children to the Most High Father, man. Right. The Most High Power, man. You know what I'm saying? Read that one, you guys. This bother you? Like, you too hard? This bother you? Okay.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee.
But the house of who?
Israel.
Uh-huh.
Will not hearken unto thee.
Uh-huh.
For they will not hearken unto me.
For we will not what?
Hearken unto me.
Uh-huh.
For all the house of Israel are imputed and hard-hearted.
And what?
And hard-hearted.
Listen, that's the house of Israel, man. We're imputed and hard-hearted, man. A stiff-necked, strong-minded people that's just happy and proud in our wrong, man. Like, see how arrogant it is for, you know, like, we go out there and we say, hey, listen, hey, Shalai, I'm a priest. You a what? Oh, what Bible school you go to? Oh shit, what? What Bible school did John go to? You know what I'm saying, right? What degree did Christ have? Did he go to Beulah Bible College? You know what I'm saying? Like, the hell are we talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? But to them, they just hard-headed people, man. Right. Go to verse 7. Select. Verse 8.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces.
Uh-huh.
And thy forehead strong against their forehead.
Listen, man, that's what the Lord is saying, man. He made his face strong against us, and his forehead strong against ours, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't box with the Most High, man. Our arms too short. We can't, man. I come from an era where, headbutting the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You get a brother too close, but you know what I'm saying? And, Salakia, brother might headbutt you in your nose or, and it's OV for you. It's over. You know what I'm saying? I hear that. It said that the Most High's head against our forehead, man. We're not winning this battle, man. So just be obedient children. That's all we got to do, man. Just got to be obedient children, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir.
You can be obedient to that weed. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You can be obedient to that taskmaster who over your slave, so you get that money.
Right.
But you can't be obedient to the being that made heaven and earth, that made the creature.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be obedient to him.
Right.
And he said it's not grievous.
Right.
He give everything you wanted. Everything you want. I'm talking about everything you want. Everything you need, not everything you want. It's like
right.
He give everything you need.
Right.
And the one thing that Black Hispanics and Native American need is a savior.
Right.
Is a savior to come back to redeem. The only way we're gonna get that savior to come back to redeem is we get right with the Lord.
Real talk.
For Christ to come back to bomb this place, because we are tired of living in hell.
Real talk.
As Black Hispanics and Americans, yes, you are a slave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get up the crack of dawn, work all the way to the midday, and for nothing. Hey man, I don't know what they call that. Why Musk can sit on his tail behind and just make money after money.
Right.
Good night.
Listen, man. Give me Matthew 6 and 9. It's like, now what the preacher just said was so heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll be obedient to that taskmaster. You know what I'm saying? We'll be obedient, to the weed, to the pills, to the bars, whatever the hell you want. You'll be obedient to that. Why? Because that fulfills your lust. That pleasures you, man. You know what I'm saying? And like the priest said, like the Most High gives us what we need. Not what we want, because our want should be what he wants. Like, give me that. Read that in Matthew. It's a lot.
Chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Your kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done.
My will be done.
Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day.
Give us what?
Give us this day.
No, give us for the rest of the month.
Give us this day.
No, give us for the rest of the year.
Give us this day.
No, I want a 3-year, a 5-year savings plan. You know what I'm saying? Give us what?
Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts.
Listen, it says, give us this day our daily bread. Who's feeding the birds? You understand? Birds fly and we see birds fly around every day and no cares in the world. Because the Lord is gonna give them their needs. You know what I'm saying? How much more better are we than those beasts of the field, man? The Salakia, the ants, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You think you dropped that chip on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the Lord had you drop that, the angel slapped that chip out your hand, and it's gonna 1,000 ants gonna come out that ant hole and gonna take it, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna feed the ants for 2 days, for that day. But you're praying for what a year supply of, you know what I'm saying, 4x, you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, like, because what that does is, if you're praying for this day for what we need, that takes the selfishness out of it, man. Because I'm asking the Lord for what I need, not what I want. Not what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always think about that lottery ticket movie. What he say? You see, this is the wife that, Mike Evans, what their brother say. This is the wife I got right now. You see Sister Sheila right there? And he had on the billboard, and this the wife God want me to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, but this is what Christians have conditioned our mind to think, man. That the laws of God are selfish. You know what I'm saying? But in our reality, man, you know what I'm saying? You're fulfilling the will of the Lord, man. And so his kingdom can come and his will be done in earth, man. By you fighting against not keeping the laws, now watch this. By you fighting not to love your brother, what are you preventing? You're preventing the kingdom of heaven coming, man. Right. Think about that. By you fighting and hating your woman, you're preventing the kingdom of heaven, man. No greater love than the man to have no greater love than the man to lay down his life for his friends, man. Keep the laws of the Most High Power, man, so we can be in rulership, man. That's true obedience, man. Because what is that? Our problem is through obedience now comes sacrifice, man. Now we got to sacrifice our will. Well, Christ just taught us how to pray. Your will be done. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of being obedient to the law, man. I heard a brother say, man, listen, if I could smoke weed in the truth, I'm here forever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right. If I could smoke, hey, listen, brother, hey, listen, if I could smoke weed in the truth, not me. Hey, brother, if I could do this, man, listen, I'm blazing, I'm blowing down. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it's not about our will, man. It's what the Lord wants. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we got to understand, man. We got to put that in our chest, man. That the laws of God, man, are not grievous, man. Let me get this scripture. Let me get this last scripture, man, and we'll get out of here, man. Hey, Tawada for tuning into the class, man. Let me get this scripture. Salaki. So let me get this is the book of 1 John, chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous, man. How crazy does it sound to say you don't want to keep the laws of God to be in rulership? You know what I'm saying? Is that grievous? You understand? Like, what? Tyreek on Power, he said, well, you just got to go to college and you get all these millions and millions of dollars I got. So, nigga, I got to go to college. Nigga, I'm good. I'll stay on the bottom. Listen, man, we got to come out of that, man. We're great people. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, well, you said it just so heavy, Prince, because we said, nah, I stay at the bottom. I can't do all that. But meanwhile, you trying to come up from a different path. You shall come up by selling dope.
Right.
You can risk going to prison forever.
Right.
You shall come up by prostituting your sisters out there, man.
Right.
But the Lord said you can get it right here, easy, right here.
Right.
Stop eating pork.
Right.
Stop celebrating your birthday.
Right.
Stop celebrating this goddamn wicked ass kingdom.
Right.
This wicked kingdom.
Right.
You can have it.
Right.
But now people just want to come up from the back end. You know what I'm saying? And I made it. You made it this wicked kingdom.
No, real talk, man. No, it's heavy what you said because I'm gonna still use the same point. Tyreek, his dad what goes tell him? Hey, go to college, get a 3-point. I don't know the grade point system, whatever. Go to college, graduate, and you'll get the business, you get the club, you get the money. And what Tariq say? 4 years, Salakia. That's too long. Let me take a class and do it in, I can do it in 3.5 years. Let me take Professor Mildred or whatever name. Let me take Professor class so I can do it quicker. Oh, well, this ain't quick enough. I gotta find a plug now because I gotta move to. We trying to come up a different way than what the Lord told us to do, man. That's why it's so heavy what the priest said, man. Like, that's us. We would rather, and what happened? He go to jail, his sister get killed, you know what I'm saying, right? Because we're trying to come up a different way, man. Rather than what our father told us to do, to just be a damn obedient child, man. Listen, man, these laws of God, man, are not grievous to follow, man. You just got to understand who your father is. Right. That's the problem. You don't know who your father is. John 8:44 says, you know what I'm saying, you are of your father the devil. He was a murderer from the beginning, man. And the lust of your father ye will do, man. So you trying to get the bag, you trying to run it up, you know what I'm saying? You don't understand your father, man. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Preaching Officer Buzz Iron. Thank the water for tuning into the class. Oh, yeah, no.
Men of Israel, Amalim, you need to stand. Not by the box. Brother, how about shimmy out Shawburger Thug?
Yeah, about Shema Shabrak Thug.
Y'all can talk, we gonna start with the sister. Man, here's the box.
Yeah, Shema Thug by Shimmy Shah.